going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. It's Two Dudes and a Mic. As usual, I'm kind of sitting across from my favorite dude, Gus, but it's kind of like a virtual sitting across. How you doing, buddy?
I'm all right, man. How are you?
I am doing as well as we can be, considering we're like a virtual podcast right now because this coronavirus thing.
That's a little different.
In studio, kind of in studio, in a remote studio. We have our longtime buddy, bassist for Ashes of Soma, Joel Bisho. What's going on, man?
Not too much, guys. How you doing?
We're doing okay. We're going to get our show shots in here. So the way we work here is we do a shot of something at the start of every show. I'm going to drink the normal grapefruit vodka. Gus, what are you drinking?
I'm just going to go with some spiced rum, I think. A little bit of Captain
Spice
Morgan.
rum. So all the dudes listening, male, female, here we go. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Ooh. And now the beer crack. So, man, okay, listen. It has been how many years now since you guys released something? What's the last song you guys released?
The Leash. It might have been 2016.
Single?
Yeah.
2016, yeah. Holy fuck. So we're going on 4 years? Since you released anything?
And then that was just a song. And then prior to that, I think it was 2013 when we released our last, like our EP there, The Singularity.
Yeah. Meteor is my favorite one off that one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was a great song.
That's an awesome song. So you've got a new one dropping tomorrow. So tell us a little bit about like the song and how you guys started writing again and all that kind of stuff.
Well, this song is actually an old song. It's one we had been toying around with 5 years ago. We wrote it at the same time we wrote The Leash. And it was just kind of, I don't know, it's in that same vein. It's tweaked and updated a little bit. We've modernized it a little bit with what we can do now. But, some of us have grown and some of us have been part of other projects, but it's kind of helped us bring something back to the table.
We were listening to it just before we went air here, and we noticed that Randy's voice seems to be back. Like, there's no question. He's back singing full force.
Yeah. Randy, he's got some pipes on him, and he likes to use them.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's so good. So when do you release it? What time tomorrow? When does it go live?
I think they might have played it on 89X today.
Yeah, but I checked like the streaming thing, like Apple Music and Deezer and stuff.
I think that's tomorrow. I don't have a time though. I don't know if it's going to be like midnight or anything like that.
Did you have kids recently?
No.
What the hell's going on over there?
Oh, those aren't my kids. Those aren't my kids. I am staying with some friends. When this whole coronavirus thing started, I was staying with Freddie and his family.
Oh, okay.
And then I've been here ever since.
And partly recovering too, yeah?
Yeah.
Are you feeling better?
Yeah, much better.
Yeah. How much longer do you think until you're ready to go?
Oh, well, I mean, I don't know. It's depends on what it is that we're going to do.
Do you guys plan on getting back on the road, like playing shows again when this is all over?
I have no idea what's going to happen that way. I mean, there's so many factors involved. Like, first of all, we have to get off of the show. So that hasn't happened. I'm not going to say one way or the other, but like right now, our priority is just making more music. We all have the capacity. Like right now, we all have studios set up. I'm staying with Mike, so I can use his studio. But we all have studios that were available. So we're actually just making music, sending each other tracks from home right now. And so it's just a great opportunity. We hadn't all been together working on anything in quite some time, and it's just like, well, you know what? Me staying with Mike, him and I started writing. And then we started sending stuff to the other guys, and then all of a sudden everyone's like, you know what? Let's make music. And so that's what's happening.
How different does it feel now, though? Like recording all remotely and sending each other tracks. Like, is it a different vibe trying to record a song?
Yes. Yeah, it's not the same as when we were younger and we'd all just sit in a room and just bang out the song till we were done. But this way kind of gives us all time to like really hone in and work on our individual parts a lot more. Because you're not sitting there like, well, I have to be quiet right now so he can figure out his part, or I'm, whatever. Everyone has their time to just sit. I want to work on my part and make it the best I can make it, and that's a lot of fun this way.
Yeah, and you could do it at any time of the day or night. It's not like only when the sound guy's there that you can do it.
Right.
That's all right. So how long did it take you to do all these?
5 years. That's how long some of these songs. With this new stuff that we're putting out right now, a lot of it is actually stuff we've had not completely done. The music's been done for a while. It's was getting the vocals done that it's kind of taken some time. But Randy's gotten his stuff done finally, and he's got the other guy singing, Dave Creed. He's a good friend of ours for a while now. He's got a great voice too. And so yeah, they got their stuff done, stuff together, and now we got stuff to put out.
How many you're releasing?
4 right now.
Okay.
And then we've got probably another 7 songs that basically the music is done, and we just need vocals on to put out, that we can put out more material. And then Mike and I, we've written 5 or 6 more songs just since the quarantine happened.
Like you're writing music with Ashes of Soma. Are you still working with Supermansion? Are you guys putting stuff together?
We're in the midst of working on some new material right now too. So I'm lucky I can have Dave send over, like Dave Hool, our guitar player. He's sending me files right now, and then I can actually work on them over here. And so I'm working on 2 bands projects at the same time.
It's crazy how you can record now, eh? Like back in the day, like remember when we first recorded, what was that, like 15 or 16 or something?
Yeah.
You had to like drive to the studio and like only during the hours that the guy was going to be there, and everybody had to just like play their own part. It was just silence, and it was just so weird. Yeah. Now you can just do it through a computer and just email the file.
It's a lot easier that way. It's definitely a smoother process.
But it still takes the vibe away, doesn't it? A little?
Yes
like,
and no.
You can't rock out, like, like if you record 2 or 3 parts at the same time. Like, I mean, I haven't recorded in years since I played with you guys. I just remember, like, jamming out, me, you, and Dave, and just feeding off each other's vibe as we're playing and recording and stuff. That's got to be lost when it's you in a room by yourself emailing the file.
You would think so, but when especially, I mean, with guys you've been playing with for years, and you can just hear it in the playing. Like, you can hear that vibe, and like, or Mike's playing a guitar, and I can hear that build up in the way he's strumming in that, and like I can rock out to that. Like I feel it, or Paul's drums and stuff, and like the way he's hitting them. Like, we've been playing together. I don't know. It's been a long time. And
what was it like? It's got to be, you got to be close to 14, 15 years now.
Well, that's just this band. There were prior bands.
I started with you and Dave in like 96. Would have been when you and I started playing, yeah.
There's another band in the mix there, that Under the Lambskin, we were called. That was like early 2000s. Maybe we were done by like 2001, 99 to 2001 maybe.
Who was that?
That was essentially most of Ashes of Soma now, but with a different singer. Randy used to, you know what? I'm getting confused. No, Randy wasn't in this band. No, there was so many different bands. Randy, our singer now, was not in this band, but he was the bass player for this band when it was Nomadic. There's a bunch of different iterations of it. And Ashes of Soma is what it ended up with.
Because he wasn't a singer first. I remember him playing guitar.
No, he was a bass player. In fact, we're a band of bass players. Because
really?
He started out as a bass player. Randy started out as a bass player. I am only a bass player. And then we actually have another guitar player, Brian, who's joined the band. And he also is a bass player. So we literally have 4 bass players.
So Paul's the only odd duck.
Yeah, he can't play bass.
I mean, he is an odd duck by nature. Well, but yeah, he's the only one.
No offense, but most drummers are a little bit odd.
I'll admit it. It is very true. Gus knows by experience now. Yeah. There's a lot of quirks that the drummers have, but it's fine. It is what it is. What makes us like very interesting.
Yeah.
So going back to Supermansion there, I saw on Metal Nation that Solar Order ended up in the top 10 metal albums of 2019. Did you see that?
I did see that. That's quite an honor. We've gotten a lot of good buzz, a lot of good feedback with that album. We just want to keep doing some more of that. It's really awesome to be part of, another band that has, getting some recognition and stuff like that. It's a really good feeling.
For sure. I still have my rock and roll mustard on the wall over here.
The rock mustard.
We're talking about another line of condiments.
Yeah.
I could put my culinary skills to use, and you can some barbecue sauces and even some salad dressings.
You should relish in the fact that you're able to sell condiments. Yes. But that list, Gus, do you have it in front of you?
I don't have the entire list in front of me, but I
There's
do have
some
a
pretty
few.
big fucking names on that list.
There was
Korn's on that list.
Korn on that list. Tool is on that list. Another local band, Gypsy Chief Goliath, is on that list.
I didn't even realize all that.
Yeah. If you read
it's an extensive list. Yeah.
Yeah, the top 10 has like Korn, Tool, and you. That's pretty impressive.
No way.
Yeah. No, it was. I believe Tool topped the list, and then I think Korn was in there somewhere.
I'll text you the link after this, and you can read it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I would appreciate that. I'd like to see that. That's crazy.
So, are you itching to get out live again, to play again?
Yes, but I don't know when I will be able to do that.
Just do it from a chair.
Everyone tells me I should do that. That might be what has to happen. I'd love to get on stage and play. I couldn't even move my own amp right now.
You shouldn't have to.
Well, yeah. I'm under restrictions right now. I'm not supposed to lift more than 15 pounds.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, the obvious question now is, how do you go to the bathroom, Joel?
Why does everyone keep saying that?
Because you're black.
Oh, fuck.
This just took a turn.
Oh, righty.
So how long are you under restriction for?
And they said that every week I'm allowed to add 2.5 pounds to my weight. And I was supposed to keep it at only 10 pounds for 6 weeks. And then at 7 weeks, I was able to go to up 2.5 pounds, so to 12.5, and then now I'm up to 15 pounds. Actually, you know what? No, I think actually right now I can go to 17.5. I don't know. It's hard to keep track at this point. I can't lift much.
Are you doing it like strict? Like,
no.
Do you have something to weigh out 2.5 pounds? Or
No. It's just I don't
guesstimate.
I don't lift heavy stuff. And Mike and Martina here, where I'm staying at, they don't let me do much.
Good.
The first time in my life, I mean, she's doing my laundry for me. I've been doing my own laundry since I was 8 years old. And like, she's doing it for me. And it's just like, they finally stopped carrying all of my meals downstairs. And I think they will call me up for, meals now.
How are you doing with stairs? Are you good now?
I can go up and down the stairs. Sometimes
no problem.
I get a little bit winded still. It's annoying as all hell.
Obviously, but...
Well, they didn't operate on my legs. But,
but that pumps blood through your body.
Yeah, so. No, I get it. I have a large body, so
the cardiovascular system. I mean, you can't live without it.
That's very true. It's very true.
I was gonna say, you mentioned surgery earlier. If you want to talk about it, you can.
It was crazy. I went into a hospital in Windsor one day, and then I woke up in a hospital in Detroit another day, and I'd already had surgery. I didn't remember any of it. It's like I woke up in another person's body. This isn't my body. It's that guy's body. Here I am.
Yeah, and you're doing well though.
Much better. I mean, I'm not 100% by any means, but I can play my bass, and my brain still works, so I'm good.
Those are important things.
Yeah. Yeah. My brain still works. That's awesome. Well, beer drinking.
Oh, beer drinking. Well, see now, I was told I shouldn't do that for at least a year.
Holy shit!
That's a long time.
Now, my doctor also said he realizes that I'm human, and that most humans, you tell them they can't do something for a year, they're probably gonna go crazy. So I haven't had one. Like I haven't had a drink since the surgery, so it's a little over 2 months now.
But
not
liquor
that I was
doesn't count, right? You could drink liquor, can't you?
No.
He said no beer.
No. He was adamant that the liquor is the bad stuff. And what sucks is that I don't like beers so much. I'm a whiskey guy, and I can't drink that.
But at least we can still like hang out once this virus thing's all done.
Oh yeah, I mean, and if we had a drink, he when he was talking to me, he's like, I had a drink, 2 drinks, maybe 3 drinks because I'm a big guy, but that's it in a night. Like I can't go back to like when we were younger and stuff like that. I can't drink like that ever.
I don't think I can. I don't think I can do that now. So what do you watch on Netflix? You know what? I just went through The Office. I think this is like probably my 12th time going all the way through all seasons. Like I just keep rewatching it and rewatch because like there's nothing else that interests me on Netflix or anything. And what's that Tiger King?
Tiger King,
yeah.
Like no interest. I just don't care.
I tried a little bit of it, but
I watched it.
You watched it all the way through, yeah?
I watched. I didn't watch the newest episode. They added another episode. I didn't watch that, but I watched the original 7 episodes they put out. It's America. That's I don't know.
So wait, they're doing a second season about some other random dramatic.
Oh no,
topic?
I don't know if there's a second season. They just added an 8th episode.
Yeah, no, because
so it's not even done.
No,
I don't know if
it's done. It was because of how huge it got. That Joel McHale guy decided to interview all of the cast members, for lack of a better way of putting it. So he did like a little live stream, Zoom interview of all the cast members.
All I know is I keep seeing like these memes and stuff of that one guy with like the golden mullet. I don't know his name, but he's fucking everywhere. Exotic or something.
Joe Exotic.
Like who is that guy? What is his deal? Is he the one that was killed or something?
He's the Tiger King.
He's the Tiger King.
Oh, so he's the one in jail.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So what's this Carol Baskin? Who the hell is that?
That bitch fucking Carol Baskin.
I see it all over TikTok. Like killed her husband, whacked him. I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck that means.
She's a tiger activist or something, and he thinks she killed her husband.
All right. Very well.
I don't.
It doesn't sound interesting to me. I don't know.
It's a show that I don't like. I feel like it was made for quarantine. Like if it wasn't for a worldwide pandemic, nobody would have watched that show.
Probably not at all.
I think you could use that argument for almost every new online streaming show or service, right?
There's a few. I mean, there's some good ones that are coming out. I've been watching a couple that are interesting.
There's a basketball one that just came out too.
Yeah,
about the Chicago Bulls.
I heard about that. Yeah,
Jordan, Pippen, Rodman.
Yeah,
but they're releasing. If you look at it, it's releasing episodes every week.
Oh, okay.
And that's kind of shit. Like the whole appeal to Netflix was, let's release an entire season. You can binge the whole thing. But now you're releasing like every week.
I think it's because that's what all the other streaming services are doing. So they want to just kind of, I don't know. Because actually, to me personally, I thought I liked it better on Netflix where they put all of it out once.
Right.
I found that I actually don't like that. I like it to be an episode a week kind of thing because you have time to digest the show and like think about it. Whereas
That's true.
All these shows on Netflix, I watch it, I binge it, and like by the time I'm done, it's like, oh, what actually happened? I don't remember.
There's certain shows.
I smoke a lot of pot. So just put that out there. So like I get high as shit and watch stuff sometimes. I can't remember it all.
There's certain shows that like lends itself very well to binge watching, but then like The Mandalorian when that came out, like I was craving. That was like the thing to look forward to at the end of the week.
Oh yeah, that was great.
And there was so much going on, and you had to kind of think about it a little bit. But some shows like are good to watch, like end over end. Some, I agree, you need some time to digest.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. It really does depend on the show.
Maybe the more involved ones, like The Office, I don't think it matters. Or Friends
like
or
that.
something.
Yeah. You can binge watch that as much as you want.
I kind of noticed that with Lost in Space. I don't know if you guys have watched that.
I watched the first season. I haven't watched the second.
Yeah. And I already forget most of the first season.
Yeah.
Like I went back and watched it, and I was like, fuck it, I don't even remember this.
I liked it. I know I loved it, actually, but I don't remember any of it.
Yeah, same here. Plus, they did take quite a while to make a season 2.
Yeah, that's
right?
true.
Like, it was like 2 years to make a season 2.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Either way, I'm pretty sure I turn on Netflix, and it just says, like, you've reached the end. Like, there is nothing else. You've seen everything. welcome to quarantine.
Well,
It just sucks.
What happened to me? I ran out of TV shows, and now I've started gaming. I'm like doing the online gaming thing, playing World of Warcraft, or not World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft.
Call
of Duty.
Shows my age a little bit.
Duty.
Call of Duty. I've been playing Call of Duty every night. Just like
that's true. Yeah, we've been doing that quite a bit.
3 and 4 hours at a time. Like,
well, there's nothing left to do. Like, fuck, I don't know. Gaming and like eating is pretty much that's my life now.
Oh, see, I can't do much of the the eating thing right now because of this heart condition thing I got going on. So I have gaming. I you know what? I haven't been able to do that either. I'm too bored. It's not enough stimulation from my brain. I remember I said my brain still works well. Video games aren't enough right now.
You should try it. Download. What do you have? Xbox or PS4?
PS4.
So download Warzone, Call of Duty Warzone. It's free.
I'm gonna go out and out myself as strange to most people, but
you don't like it.
Call of Duty. I hate Call of Duty.
I'm right there with you. Like, I'm on the same page. The thing that changed it for me was that like, I don't want to just play randomly with random people. I don't want to play like, it's the fact that I can get on with 4 friends, and it's like you're hanging out with four people. Like, even though I'm not great at the game, I've never been good at first person shooters.
Oh, I'm terrible.
Yeah, but like, I'm running around like getting shot, and then half the time I like watch the map while everybody else plays, and I just talk.
You're good at it.
I'm getting better. I'm getting better, but
he's full of crap. We've gotten first place quite a few times now.
No thanks to me though.
Well, yeah.
Well, maybe my like recon on the map, but
you're like the decoy. You just run out and get shot, then we see where they're shooting you from, and then kill them.
Yeah.
The last shooter I tried was Destiny.
Oh, that was huge.
It was. It wasn't huge for me.
You didn't like it?
It was okay, but it was. You know what it was like? It was like they took like Halo, and then added like World of Warcraft to it, like the whole like gear system, the color scheme to it, all like. It was all that. I don't know. It was just. It wasn't for me. The story was lacking. I don't know.
For multiplayer, you could you keep gear that you find, or you find new gear every time you start.
You just find gear as you kill stuff. It's just like it's one of those kind of games.
Yeah, so it's the same as Call of Duty.
And then there's like certain boss fight kind of things that you do, because there's like raids and dungeons kind of things, just like in World of Warcraft. And there'd be bosses, and you get better gear from fighting those bosses. That random stuff, whatever. I didn't play it for very long. I was in like a clan or whatever you call that.
Yeah,
I don't remember. There's a bunch of people I know from Windsor that all were in a group together. They all knew each other, and so I was friends with most of them. So we were just like Gus was saying, you go on and you hang out. Basically just talking with your friends while you're sucking at shooting stuff.
Sucking at shooting. You know what I have noticed though? I think as quarantine goes on, these little fucking 12-year-olds, like, I'm dying quicker and quicker because they are so good, and they don't go to school.
They have nothing to do but play these games.
Like, they're just getting better and better. It's harder and harder to play every day that goes by right now.
When you're young like that, like, I don't know, you just get so into it. Like, you don't know anything. Your brain is empty, so you just fill it with that. And as you get older, you're like, I don't have room for that too. Like,
that and Mountain Dew, that's it. Just gaming and Mountain Dew. So they're all hopped up on caffeine.
For me, it's Jolt Cola. No,
Jolt Cola. That was the twice the caffeine thing, right?
All the flavor, twice the caffeine.
Yeah, I remember that. I don't think I'd have to look it up. I don't know how much caffeine was actually in those things.
No, I don't even know if it was on the label.
It's like the original Monster.
Back then, they didn't have nutritional info on things.
No, first of all, it wasn't required, and then if they had to put it on there, no one would have bought it.
Have you been drawing at all, or like doing?
You know what?
Comic book thing?
Just recently went back to my apartment and I got my drawing stuff to bring. I haven't still drawn anything since I've been here, but prior to coming into this whole situation in January and February, I had started to draw. So yeah, I've started to draw. I want to do a lot more drawing. My goal was to do a new drawing every month this year, which I'm failing at miserably. Actually, no, I wanted to do a new drawing every week. That's what my original plan was. But then, it hasn't happened. It's hard. I've been trying to do music and stuff too. Surgery and all that made it like no, that wasn't an option. I couldn't even hold up for probably a good month. I wouldn't be able to sit and even hold my sketch pad and draw.
Well, if you do 13 of them tomorrow, then you're caught back up. So you're good. It's not that hard, right?
I could just do 13 like mediocre, like not even mediocre, like 13 terrible drawings.
Well, you didn't set a goal of how good they had to be, right? They just had to be 13 drawings.
Is true. I mean, I'm usually pretty stickler for trying to put some quality to stuff, but in this case, I guess something's better than nothing.
So you're still drawing though? Are you trying to or no?
It's definitely a goal I want to get back into. It's just with everything that's gone on since the surgery, and then it's hard to like. I got kids around all the time now too, so like it's life is different. I'm not used to kids around. That's for.
Is it chaotic?
Sometimes.
Is it?
Yeah, like they're running around. I don't know if you. I'm hoping you can't actually hear it.
Oh no, we could. That's why I asked you. What's going on? There's like chaos over
there. They're at least they're not screaming right now. They're awesome kids. They really are. They're hilarious. They make me laugh all the time, and then they remind me why I don't want any of my own. It's
good because you can give them back. Yeah.
Right. They come down and see me, and we hang out for a little bit, and then I make sure they get bored of me, and they go back upstairs.
So you get all the fun, and then you're like, okay.
That's right. They love to talk about superheroes. The oldest has 101 questions about Marvel superheroes, and that happens to be my jam.
I was going to say, wow, they went to the right guy.
Yeah. It worked out nicely.
So how much longer until you're back up, ready to go, rocking out? What's your goal?
To be ready by the end of the plague.
The apocalypse.
Yeah. If we survive this, I'm rocking.
How crazy do you think the quarantine is over party is going to be? Do you think that's going to be like people in the streets, like cars on fire, like
it might get intense.
I am convinced that there is a massive concert that's going to happen, like just a ton of bands, like a Lollapalooza
like
or
the
a Rolling Rock on the Range or something.
Corona Fest,
Stars Fest,
yeah.
I started that just
Corona Fest.
There you go. Trademarked here on this show.
Yeah.
Two Dudes and a Mic show on whatever day this airs.
Trademarked by Joel Bishop.
Corona Fest.
Yay!
You should headline then.
Which band?
Both.
Double.
Both.
We'll co-headline.
Super Soma.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We should arrange it. We should do a local, like a downtown waterfront park, Corona Fest, with the headliners Ashes of Soma and Supermansion.
That'd be intense because not only would I have to play in both bands, but Paul too.
Yeah, get Big Wreck going. Get Gypsy Chief Goliath. Get who else is out there?
You must have some big connections.
Yeah, he has big aspirations. Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones. Sweet. Yeah, get them on there.
That'd be sweet to see those guys play.
Yeah. We could get a pretty. I think the Tea Party could get out there too. Yeah, we can get a pretty good show together.
We should talk. Why are we not doing this?
Why not? Let's put it together. Let's organize.
Joel,
COVID-19
as your first drawing of 2020, can you draw the cover page for Corona Fest?
I might be able to put something together.
Corona Fest 20, but just leave it blank so you could fill in the 2 digits after, because it could be 2021, 2022. We don't know when this is going to happen.
Well, it would be summer of 2021, most likely.
You think so? Yeah,
well, it's not going to be this year.
It could be like September, October, though.
Maybe, but unlikely.
The first thing you need is a location.
The downtown, the Riverfront Festival Plaza, the band stage there.
Well, I guess you've thought of everything.
Done. Then you set up.
Yeah, and then we got
ticket price $5.
Well, we got a cheap ticket
donation
price, but all of the proceeds go to, I don't know, something.
I was just going to say donation to a charity, donation to some good cause.
Yeah, it could just be a charity to support local artists who have been hit pretty hard through this this entire thing. I mean, you can't.
See, now that's a much better idea than what I said.
Yeah, way to go and fucking Debbie Downer, I guess. Thanks.
I'm just saying, musicians, like their livelihood has been basically destroyed. They can't play live right now, so they're one of the hardest hit peoples out there.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Especially like not being able to play live, right? Because that's where where you get your money too.
There's a lot of the guys, around town who just do like the acoustic acts, and just playing in the random bars, whatever. But that's how they make their money, a lot of them. And to just suddenly have that, now you have nowhere to play, you have no income.
What do you say we take a break here and maybe have a listen to the new release, Relevant, from Ashes of Soma?
Can we do that?
Good. That sounds like a great idea.
All right. Let's have a listen.
Well, there we go. Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was like it's like bringing it right back to 4 years ago, 5 or 6 years ago, whatever. Like
the quality is still there.
Yeah,
like it's
quality,
still hard rock out.
That's what we like to do.
Yeah.
That's
the bridge,
the
breakdown.
Second you guys are able to play live, we're going to be there because I got to see that crowd. That bridge, fucking hell. That bridge is just like builds up and so powerful. And then you drop the chorus again, and you get to see the whole crowd bouncing. I guarantee it. It's going to be amazing. That's awesome. Yeah, that's fucking great. I can't wait for the other. What do you have? 3 more after that one? You're going to release
3 more that we're going to. 3 more that are ready right now. We have stuff in the works. We have a lot of. We have, I think it's 7 songs ready, waiting for vocals right now, and then another 5 or 6. It might be 6. Maybe this might be number 7 that him and I have been writing just in the downtime.
It's a little ironic that your song's called Relevant, and right now there's nothing else to do but listen to music. So this couldn't be more relevant if you tried. Like the timing of this is impeccable.
It's funny how things like that work out, because the whole reason that song was called Relevant was somebody had made a comment about us putting out new music, and that, you know, it was arrogant of us to think that we were still relevant enough to do so. And so
is that what it was?
Yeah. So that's what that song was about.
I do have to talk for a second about the album. So you're really releasing this as an album, or because I've seen an album cover that kind of looks like a world blowing up that looks like the coronavirus. So
That's what I'm saying. It's relevant.
And you called it what? Novell?
It's more like a little EP we're doing right now.
Okay.
This one we called a Novel One, I believe, is what the title is on the front there. And I think there's going to be like this the first one, and then Novel 2 will be coming.
Yeah, that's good. That's going to be awesome. So you're getting play starting tomorrow on the radio? Well, I mean, aside from the release today. So you're going to be what? Apple Music, Spotify, all that stuff? Yeah,
all the major ones as far as I know. This is not my department. I'm a music making guy. I don't deal with all that stuff.
You're not the plug guy.
No, like
the creative.
Yeah.
You're the creative.
I like to create music.
So did you guys
to make stuff?
Did you guys just send this into the radio and they just picked up on it right away? Did you have to like audition the song, or did they?
We just sent some music to the station to listen to. Mark McKenzie happens to be sort of a friend of ours, and we just sent it to him, and boom.
But you guys have had a long-standing relationship with that
station.
Very,
very long. They've been playing us for years. We were very heavily in rotation in the past. So,
and they used to do that. What was that? The competition show
at the People's Choice.
Yeah, you guys were on that. You won like 29 weeks in a row or something.
It wasn't something crazy. The first time we won like 6 nights in a row. The song we did called Straight Jacket. That was the first song they played by us. And then what song was it? Was it Meteor? They played a bunch by us. Emancipate too, yeah.
Emancipate, yeah.
I was gonna say, that and Emancipate a bit. I hear those constantly on the radio, and I'll send you like a little video sometimes. I'll be like, "Look, it's still on the radio." You're like, "Yeah." You probably get like millions of those texts in the last 10 years, but yeah.
I don't know about millions, but I've had some interesting texts from people in random spots where they're hearing our music. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. I still listen, like You Versus Me. The Down and Grounded, all those are like any drum, especially because I'm a drummer. So the drum heavy songs, those are on repeat for me over and over and over. This one especially Relevant. My God, like the drumming in that is, oh fuck. And Gus, you're a bass player. Like you must tune in and hear specifically just the bass lines, right?
I mean, it happens with all kinds of songs. Like when you hear a bass line that you like, I mean, that song becomes a true love for you.
Favorite bass line ever? Go. What's yours, Gus?
Oh my, that's an impossible question.
Yeah.
Primus something?
I don't know if Tommy the Cat is
Tommy the Cat. That's the live one.
Yeah, that's
the live one.
That's one I would aspire to, but
that's
actually
good.
Yeah. The only reason
just text me and you about that.
Yeah.
Tommy the Cat.
Oh yeah.
The only reason I can't call that my favorite is because I can't play it. I'm not good enough to play it. And
yeah, I can't play it.
When you can play the bass line and you can become part of the song, like even if it's in your own head in your own moment, that's what makes it the best for me. So I'm gonna say something that's gonna be pretty controversial because it's not a difficult bass line, but it just has like so much nostalgia and so much like beginning.
I know what you're gonna say.
It's Cumbersome by 7 Mary 3.
Wow,
that's a bass line that has a sweet spot for me too. I remember when I first started playing bass, that song was like a very prominent song at that time. And I remember when I learned how to play it, I was so proud of myself. I was like, oh yeah, Cumbersome.
I think we all overplayed that song so many times.
It was a great tune. It was a great tune.
Yeah, no, it was for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
No, that's one song that drew me into the bass. From there, I branched off to like a lot of Rage Against the Machine, a lot of Tool.
Oh yeah.
But
we'll see around that same time, around '96. Around that time, I think that's when that song came out. That's also when Tool released Enema.
That's
for me the song 46 and 2.
Oh
it
my
just
God.
it revolutionized music to me.
You did play that a lot. I remember coming to your house, like sitting on the couch, and you would just play that for hours.
It almost hurts to say that Cumbersome is that song, because like songs like 46 and 2 exist, and like that's a great song, and I love playing that.
But man, I'm telling you, like
it just,
I get it.
Yeah, there's so much
Cumbersome. As a fellow bass player, I get it. That was a jam.
It's like the beginning. It's like the Rosetta Stone of like bass playing. It's the origin story.
I thought you were going to say Rearranged by Biscuit. I thought that was your...
That's a good one too. It's fun.
Because you play those a lot. Sam Rivers is amazing.
Yeah.
That whole band is really talented.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like Durst's lyrics are kind of weak, but like he's good at like making it melodic, but that band is so talented though. For me, I don't know, drumline. I mean, obviously Korn Blind is like the reason I started playing drums. I heard that, just that ride cymbal. I was like, fucking yeah, like I'm going to be a drummer. But I'd say, I don't know, Tom Sawyer probably by Rush is probably one of the greatest drum lines ever.
Those were like, I mean, their guitar player was solid, but their drummer, Neil Peart, and Geddy Lee was they're two of the greatest musicians. Like, he's an amazing bass player and he's an amazing drummer. Like,
I've been watching a lot. Actually, me and Mike have been watching a lot of like Rush stuff recently. Alex Lifeson, the guitar player, is every bit as good as they are. They're all equals.
Yeah,
they are all equals in that band. They're all just so phenomenal. And the thing is, you know what? Geddy Lee and Neil Peart stand out so much because having a bass player and a drummer that are that good is rare.
True.
Whereas there's a lot of guitar players that are at an elevated level, Lifeson's up among the best, I would say. But there's not as many, well, I mean, not to say that there aren't a ton of great bass players and drummers out there, but like, to have that, become such like a household name like those two are, that's rare.
Yeah.
Yes.
As a bass player
especially
and a drummer,
for a bass player and a drummer to have like household names.
I
mean, there's not a weak link in Rush for sure.
Nobody's
weak.
I would venture to say that Neil Peart is the most well-known drummer on the face of the planet.
He just might be.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Ringo Starr, obviously.
But see, Ringo doesn't transcend as many genres, like as many age groups as.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
I don't like even Ringo Starr though. Like he's like when you think Ringo Starr, he was a drummer for sure, but you think more of the Beatles. Like it was almost like their instruments didn't matter. Like they were the Beatles. But when you think drummer, you don't think Ringo Starr. You think Neil Peart.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. I think it's different for us because like we're all into that music, right? I was gonna say Lars Ulrich. I bet you is probably pretty popular too.
He's
but
up there, yeah.
We listen to Metallica, so we would know his name. But would the common person, like the average Joe, would they know who the drummer for Metallica is? Probably not.
No.
Not like they would Rush.
I mean, rest in peace, Neil Peart. But just look at his passing. I mean, it was a worldwide event.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they were also a band for what, like 50 years?
True. Yeah.
A very influential band.
Like you make a lot of friends 50 years in the industry, right?
But it was like it had like the impact of Gord Downie, but worldwide scale.
Yeah.
I remember that one. That was a pretty big impact too. Not just in the music world, but for everybody, right? Especially Canadians too.
Oh yeah.
That was a big hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. We should probably wrap up. But we got more songs looking forward to. Can you at least tell us the names of the songs, or is that taboo?
No.
That's like the most polite way to be like, just move on.
No. The reason for that was because I couldn't remember all of the names.
Would that have anything to do with the brownies that you're eating, or?
That has something to do with it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Also, for years now, some of these songs like Relevant has been around for 5 years. Now that did have a name, but a couple of these other songs have been around that long, and they've had different working titles. We always name the song like whatever's kind of randomly going on at that specific moment when we first start writing the song. That's the name of the song. So like if this is a song, this song has like an Alice in Chains feel, we'll call it AIC or something, and that's the name of the song for a couple of years even sometimes. And then it'll become something else. And like sometimes I'm a part of that naming, sometimes I'm not. And if I'm not, I don't really know what that song name is going to be until it goes on to the album sometimes. And that's just the way it is. But yeah, if you would like to know a couple of the other names. So we have a song called Shame. We have a song called Rain Man. And a song called 11.
Nice. So soon we'll be able to hear all these, yeah?
Yes.
In the coming weeks, we'll hear them.
I assume so. Yeah. I'm told that we're putting out music and Randy sets it up.
Nice.
I play bass.
Slapping the bass.
Slapping the bass.
Yeah. Fuck. All right. Well, soon we're gonna hear all of them. So tomorrow, Relevant's gonna drop. Yeah, man. So far, like that song, Powerful. That's gonna be on repeat. That's gonna go on my playlist for sure.
Excellent. I'm glad you guys like it.
So, not being the plug guy, if I ask you where can people reach you on socials, you're not going to have any idea, are you?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't even know my own Instagram.
But if you search Joel Bishop on...
It's like Bishop Joel or Joel Bishop, or if you look up AOS Joel Bishop or AOS, something like that, it's I should come up.
So Randy,
I'm apologizing. I've never been asked for this. I'm old. I'm from before all this time.
I have you on Instagram.
Yeah, you probably do. Like I have it. I put stuff on there. I just don't. I don't know what I couldn't find my own Instagram if I wanted
to. So you are Bishop Joel.
Okay, there you go.
Bishop Joel. Yeah, and the only other one I found was AOS Randy. Is Randy Gray?
Yeah. I think Paul has one, but it's like P Doman or something. I don't know. And Mike does not. Mike has no.
Really?
He doesn't even have Facebook.
All right. And your Ashes of Soma one is just Ashes of Soma on Instagram.
I think so.
Yeah. No, I just looked it up.
It definitely is. Yeah.
I have the
because I have you guys. I'm following all of you guys on Instagram. So yeah, you're on there.
Even people like hey, what time's your show at? I don't know. Where's your show at? I don't know.
Wherever they drop me off at.
What time are you on at? I don't know that either. So this is I don't know. It's just it's a problem I have. I guess I'm not kept in the loop.
Yeah, but you know what? I think bass players and drummers, like we're kind of just whatever. Just show up and play. It doesn't really matter. It's usually like the front men that are kind of.
For me, they know I'm so laid back. I'll get there if I need to be.
Wherever they drop you off and whatever time they push you on stage, that's when you're going on.
I mean, if I have a show that day, they usually tell me. But.
Well, hopefully.
I hope so, yeah.
All right, Joel.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. We appreciate you coming in, especially like during all this craziness. And we'll get you in studio.
Once this is all over,
dies down. Yeah, we'll have you in studio and do a real episode. Because it doesn't feel right. This whole Zoom thing and like FaceTime and stuff, it just doesn't feel as natural. You know what I mean? Like I can see you guys, just it doesn't feel the same.
Yeah. We can't. When we can cheers in the studio again, that will be when this is all over.
All right, sounds good to me.
And we start Corona Fest.
Corona Fest.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. So Joel will play out Relevant on the way out here, but. Every dude listening, I'm going to do this Hop City Brewing Company Barking Squirrel. Gus, what do you got?
I've got Walkerville Honest Lager, the usual.
And I've got Selection Water.
That's natural spring water.
And I finished my edible, so there's that.
Well, that's fair enough. I mean, it's legal here in Canada. Yeah. All right, guys. So everybody, dudes, all male, female listening, here we go. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.